What's up, fuckers? Fuck. I'm so fucking stupid. I can't even fucking use a Capri Sun straw, evidently. What's going on? Astro, it's a shit show out there today. Yeah, I know. I'm only playing Tesla today. How we doing, chat? How we doing? How we doing? Live 4 times this week. We're getting there. We're getting there. Long on juice sacks. The fuck? Who calls him a juice sack? Whatever. Whatever. Fine. Fine. Yo, Sam, back at you. I got my bagel. I've got my Capri Sun. Life's pretty fucking good. BBIG tits and handle on the 1 minute. GNR, bitches. I just got a whole bunch of merch. Hold on. I got 3 hats. 3 hats. This crew neck, and then some sweats. How long is this downtrend gonna take? Gotta remember the timing. The 1 year anniversary of this whole entire fucking shit show comes up in 2 weeks. It doesn't surprise me it's going this far down. You really let me down, bro? Dude, I've been really unimaginably fucking busy. I'm really sorry. I will get to you after this stream. I get at least 100 DMs a day. I haven't forgotten about you. You sell AMC? Just wondering, kind of seems like it. No. And respectfully, even if I did, it's none of your business. People have conflated privacy with antics. If people have to sell, people have to sell. The thing that has secured the coffin for these idiots is way beyond the effects of selling at this point. What the fuck is my napkin? God damn it. Morgan Freeman has never given up hope in the Astro and mythology. Chuck Bigham's tweet? Okay, got you. I understand people can sell, just wondering. Yeah, you're good, man. Sorry. Sorry if I came off snappy. Interessante. This is on AMC's website. I think it's just a listing. Very interesting, though. Yo, Brayden, back at you, man. Back at you. So you fucked us all on AMC? No, you stupid fuck. Go away. Asher, could I get your thoughts on the Wyckoff people are seeing the accumulation setup? What are your thoughts? I completely agree. That's what the fractal theory picked up on. I had people coming into my stream when I was digging into all this saying, sorry, saying it's Wyckoff. And I intentionally would not look into it because whatever organic headspace I was in, I did not want to let that be predetermined. But that's what that is. It's all just accumulations within accumulations within accumulations. Maybe a distribution here, but accumulation. Yeah. Oh, Austin, what up, man? What are you eating? It's a bagel. Fuck. Wait, what? What? Look at those slices of ham. Look at the buns. Fun fact, Adam Aaron visited the AMC I worked at here in West Virginia. We changed from Cinemark like 4 years ago, but I was off work. Wow, that's pretty fucking incredibly unfortunate and unlucky and super fortunate and lucky. Dude just called it a Big L. It's technically a bagel. If you go to New York, this is called a bagel. Ham wallet. God forgive me for what I'm about to do to this sandwich. It might be moving. It might be moving. What do? Fucking GWAP just popped up out of nowhere. It's definitely entering into distribution. I know that. My bagel! Bro, I was 9 years old. No, 10. I was 10 years old when this fucking game came out. I'm getting old. You're a joke! You're looking for the concatenation of U and R, which requires an apostrophe. You don't have that. What you just said implies possession. You're a joke. Had lots of respect for you, but you're actually a wanker. Cool. Fuck off. Every time you puncture a Capri Sun, you swallow a bit of aluminum. It's pretty metal. I was talking with Jim Bam a couple days ago, and we were chit-chatting about the chart and just picking each other's brains. But he made a great point of, once this thing starts moving up considerably, Pupply and GNR don't go together. True. Once this thing starts moving up considerably, a lot of the fucking tension and angst and overall negative Nelliness is gonna go away. Like, which seems pretty redundant. You know, that's kind of assumed, but people have latched their emotions to a chart that they can't control. Like, which is, like, it's easier said than done, as in not doing that. But if you were to take a chart of your dopamine levels in your brain, not just from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but for 24 hours over 7 days a week. Okay? I'm sure it would match directly with that price chart. I know I can say that for myself. And, like, if I show you my YouTube analytics, look at this. Again, seems pretty redundant. Where's my nicotine? Fuck. It seems pretty redundant, but if I go to the last 90 days, I bet you all of these spikes happen when the chart starts moving up. Okay, seems pretty redundant. I mean, it makes sense. But this parallel goes way beyond any form of chart on a social media platform or a chart of dopamine in your brain. It becomes this parasite to how you operate. And so many people have conflated emotion with this entire thing, which is understandable to some degree. Like, I've lost tens of thousands at least, if not at least $100,000 to call options on both of these fucking tickers. I've made hundreds of thousands on call options, but either way, I've lost money too. I'm probably barely breaking even. But if I were to let my emotions be entirely dictated by something I can't control, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen to my mental stability? Y'all motherfuckers gotta grow up. I gotta grab my nicotine. Never mind, it was in my pocket. Barshada, good morning. He got a piece of aluminum in his throat. I think Tezzy might pop here. Jesus, what a bad cough. No, it's because I just woke up. You gots the vid. Hey, Astro. That's a really cool name. Thank you. His tomb was moldy. You think Jesus is rooting for AMC? You got my Steve Buscemi face coming out with that question. BBIG fucking going nuts. What the fuck? It's up 20% today? What the fuck? What happened? What? What? Can I write covered calls on BBIG yet? Should I even do it? Nope, premiums are still dog shit. Man, I knew I should have fucking gone in on BBIG calls. I bought 300 shares instead. What do you think is the most likely catalyst for the squeeze? Buy and hold is great and all, but it seems like it won't be the ultimate solution. It will not be the coup de grace. It's the precursor, but not the coup de grace. Isan, exactly. There just needs to be a big enough shock of some sort, whether it's at margin or with news or whatever. It's the I'm trying to think of a good example. I can't think of something that serves as a physical parallel to this idea. Pressure in physics is equal to force over area, right? If you are to take the same amount of force and distribute it over a wide area, the amount of force experienced at a singular point, relatively speaking, would be less than if you were to reduce the area, in which you would feel a lot more pressure because you're reducing area while maintaining the same amount of force. It's the same thing with what's going on here. The surface area of every single facet that could influence what is going on here is so wide, as in volume is very slow. There's not much that does anything as an impulse. It's just very slow, very dry. The narratives, there's so many different topics, so many different data sources, so many different distractions even. Even the options chain, probably the most perfect example here. When the strikes ranged from $1, or no, it's 50 cents all the way to like $30, I think, before the run in June, there was a very little surface area for what was to come. You saw all of those options for the 31 to the 145 strike being written. I think it was a day before the run to 72. There is no coincidence there. That was a hedge. Somebody was writing those to supply a hedge to someone. That's what needs to be understood here. Because there is a wider gradient of price action now that can be hedged for, because that's what options are for by nature. When you have a wider surface area like that, you have a larger surface area to distribute premiums, to manage time, right? Because of theta and vega. I truly think that when this thing starts to move, it'll not only be when the options chain, when the highest strike on the calls, as well as the puts, goes down from the 145, but also when people learn to use options. I said a while ago, if everybody learned how to play options, this thing could be over in a month. But then you saw the narrative change. The narrative became the options were a bad thing. Options were the work of the devil. No, sirree, don't you buy no option. Hallelujah. No, sir. No options. Options are the edgies. No. You can make so much money with options. On top of that, you can force hedging by up to 100x. If I write a call at the 145 strike with a delta of 0.01, by the time the price moves to 145, that delta will eventually become 1.0, 100 times 0.01. If someone didn't hedge for that option, for that written call, they would have to go and buy 99 shares along that gradient. So from 20 to 25, from 25 to 30, 30 to 50, 50 to 90, they would have to keep hedging, and this is what's known as a gamma ramp. It's technically delta hedging, but the velocity of that price moving up would result in gamma also fluctuating. Are you explaining the 145s? I think I just accidentally did. If fucking drip, we all sold. You have 200 viewers. I don't fucking give a shit how many viewers I had. My streams have been the same from 10 viewers up to 4,000 was my highest. I don't fucking care. I don't care. And you can shove it, buddy. Go the fuck away. Yo, Simon, back at you, man. Good to hear from you. AMC's in the top left. GameStop's right here. Any books for options? There's a lot. I have a video series planned that explains options. Or as a series will help you understand. Options are very confusing and rightfully feared because of how many curves are at play. When I say curves, I mean different values. You can think of them as price charts. And then when you value the premium of your option, you're aggregating all of those curves, and some of them are weighted differently than others. But that's where all of the Greeks come in. You have delta for how much premium do you accrue per every 1 penny increment. You have gamma, which is the derivative of delta, which is how much does delta go up or down. You have theta, which is how much value does your option premium lose per day, which pulls a lot of its value from vega. Which is the next Greek, vega, which is implied in historical volatility being weighted into some form of price. And then you have rho, which is how obtuse are the curves, how rigid are the curves of everything aforementioned. And when you can parse and digest those values and I want to say develop a feel, because that's just what I do. I do everything I can to find an interface for intuition in life, whether it's with music or stocks or pool or whatever. But when you can understand how each of these ebb and flow together, and then be able to look at these curves from a very general standpoint and use that to evaluate the risk required to be profitable in that's when it all starts to make sense. And it is very complicated, but it's not about knowing what the Greeks do. It's about knowing why they behave the way they do and why do they interact with each other. Like theta pulls in delta, gamma, and vega. Vega being your multiplier for your ceiling and your floor of premium, because it's tracking volatility. how it's like a boundary condition, right? And then based on the amount of time left, that also serves as a multiplier. If there's a week left versus a month left, then the fluctuations are going to be a lot more. The fuck is the word for that? Turbulent, right? But that's where rho comes in. I think June 3rd is just agreed. It's a great point. Astro, are you in the Kane Capital Discord? I think you would love the amount of options info. No, I'm not. But can you send that to me on Twitter? Goosey, what up? Yo, what's up? What up? Is that you a special picture? Oh my god. Oh, that is so fucking cool. So you're good to fly, right? I'll book your ticket right now. Oh, kitty. Come here. Meow meow. Meow. Come here. Meow. Meow meow. Meow. Come here. Come here. Look who finally moved in. Goose, send me which airport. Nice puss, bruh. Loof! Abby, what up? See ya. Is STC moving? Hey, Abby. Wait, what? That's an accumulation right there. Meow. Well, I guess Goose is moving in Monday. I'm hyped. I'm so hyped. Fucking D-Whack. Microsoft moving a little bit. Yo, Dr. Peppers, what up? Really? Does Really have options yet? Goosey, Goosey, Goosey. Give me some candles in the chat for Goosey. He's gonna be moving in. I'm surprised that came in so fast. There's SDC. Yo, Britt, what up? Ostro, I fucking said hi. What up? Good to see you, man. Bro, you're such a fucking idiot. Who is your audience? Even okay, you do follow me. I can't tell if you're a troll or not. I have to assume you are. If people making money is against your morals, I'm sorry, dude. Get the fuck off Wall Street. Get the fuck off the internet. People are allowed to make money. Jesus fuck. True. 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 Yeah, fuck you for making money. Yo, Escape, what up, man? Yeah, BBIG doing the thing. I guess I'm not working next week since people get mad about making money. It's incredible, dude. It's just fucking incredible. It's almost done with the video, man. Oh shit, which one? It's not the same without the random. Come on, bitch! Screams at the chart. Working on it. Waiting for some movement again. This is a leather hat, which is fucking badass. Now we're switching to use you illusions. It stars Jim Cramer. Oh shit. I'm so fucking excited. Man, I remember you did a church session one day and I absolutely lost it laughing. Yeah, we're getting back to those, I promise. We're getting back to those. We're just waiting on the price to move a little bit. What? No background music? Nah, we're just chilling right now. Gotta grab a fork. How did you feel about Slash joining Velvet Revolver for a bit? Oh, I loved it. That was some great fucking music. I think Snake Pit for him, I don't remember if it just fell apart or if that group fed his habits too much. Izzy was supposed to join Velvet Revolver at one point. I think Slash was just trying to sober up. Do we know yet if Nancy Pelosi has a trading Discord and is there a fee? I'm screenshotting that and tweeting it. Yo, Barrett! Astro, in all seriousness, I saw a clip of you questioning if Matt Coors, like the beer, was uncircumcised, as if there is something inherently wrong with being uncircumcised. Please explain. Fuck. Yeah, Parrot agreed. Agreed. Let's just start your 3-part apology now. Thank you for BBIG and BBBY. My man. My man. I'm glad you're making some money. About a video idea when rise comes about, the rise of zombie stocks. Fun theory. I'm glad you brought that up. Let me write that down. Oh yeah, thank you, Gears. If you're not watching on Twitch, I highly recommend it and ask that you do. It's the best fucking service to be watching the stream from. Twitch.tv/Astro that guy. Hey, Thunderdog, what up, man? It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Why are you not talking about the fractal theory anymore? No, I just got burnt out with it. I've been digging into other things. Watching Astro on Twitch made my penis grow 3 inches. Jesus, fuck! That's incredible. Yo, little Rico, what up? This will be fun. Let's fuck, I need to get a new headset. Oh god. I still haven't done it. Oh no. Who's ready for some fun? Fuck. This is so scuffed. Goose, I need you. This will be interesting. Come here, kitty.
Is this shit working?
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
We gotta
We've
get some more
joined.
people in here.
We've joined the degenerate.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh no! Can we talk about breakfast, please? Like,
Shut the fuck up.
sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
Am I gonna moderate and mute people halfway through this when they're speaking and be like, "You can't say that.
Oh yeah.
You're shit."
What else are you here for?
Do you want me to get people in? You'll just do the talking, big boy.
Yeah, I mean you're allowed to talk too.
Oh no!
Yeah, let's do it. Only positive talk.
Hi guys.
What up, man? How you doing? We need
Not
Morgan
too
Freeman
bad.
in here. Morgan, are you in the stream?
I'll get him in.
I love you. What's going on, Bucko? How you doing?
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Just wanted to just touch base with everyone. I know it might be a sore subject, but any idea what's going on with AMC Astro?
In what aspect? I know it's going down, but what are you curious about
Yeah,
exactly?
yeah. I think the question I've got is I've got so many, and I mean so many shares. I've got like over $30,000 dollars worth.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, and I did buy in quite low, but I'm just trying to figure out what's going on with it now. Are we still headed towards a squeeze? And it's like over here in the UK, it's like you're one of the main guys that we follow. So is Trace, so is TMI, and
Yeah.
it's like Trace disappeared. And is that the right thing to be saying, or is it a stupid question? I don't know.
I don't know if disappeared is the right word. It's just that, you know, there is frustration on both sides here, whether you're a content creator or somebody who is just trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And, you know, boredom does become a thing. And there
Yeah, because
is.
I think with you guys obviously doing what you're doing, absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
But what's disappointing is I just wish to God you guys were there on the red days, on the down days,
Yes. Yeah,
so
understood.
just so you could point us all in the right direction. Because I
Yeah.
think a lot of people look to you guys for a lot of support.
Yes. Yeah. We are just as emotional as you, which is something that we're
Yeah,
all battling. But, you know, Trey and I have talked a lot about how devoiding it feels, how empty we feel when we see this thing going down while we've been talking about it, trying to help educate people about what's going on. But then you look at the ticker and it's down 10% or 13% or whatever. It is extremely frustrating, and it takes a bit of our hearts away from us. And all we're trying to
yeah,
do is just help. You know, like everybody gets in at different
yeah.
points in time. You know, what was 13% in the hole for you, the next day will be plus 10% for someone else while you're still down 3%. So it's a huge gradient and mishmash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I can only assume the thesis hasn't changed. I'm
Yes.
assuming we're still in till they cover the short positions.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a ton that's going on here, and most people don't have the time to fully ascertain everything at play. It wasn't too long ago that I was in that position where I was constantly stalking Reddit trying to find like what the fuck is going on, you know, looking for a new theory, looking for a new data point, something, you know. And now I'm on the opposite end of that where I'm at the driver's seat, and I have to remember back to when I didn't know what the fuck was going on, what that was like. And that's something that I'm actively trying to give homage to is that idea. You know, how can I produce information that me from 6 months ago would digest? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, for me and a lot of family and friends over here in the UK, honestly, our thesis is we're just buying and holding, and we're buying and we're holding. We've been doing this for the past year, and we're going to continue to do the same because we all still believe in the squeeze.
Yep. Yeah. It's snapshots of reality. It's snapshots of reality.
I think one of the biggest things we miss over here is it. Almost every single day, it was good to watch you guys. And then Trey as well. Watching him do his DD, his videos, the information he was putting out was absolutely fantastic. And now we keep searching for him on YouTube, and it's like, oh, where's he gone?
Right. I trust me. I get it. I 100% get it, and it's just a matter of time. That's all this is. And how much emotion is everybody willing to go through during that time?
Yeah. And I think that there's an expectation too that the influencers and YouTubers are always putting stuff out, but they need to take time to recharge too, because this shit is hard on everyone.
Agreed.
And I think that when people take time away, it's actually a good thing because they'll come back even stronger. And we know that the DD is proving out. We know that we're in till the shorts cover. So I try and only check the stock ticker a couple times a day instead of, you know, whatever my tolerance is. I try and only check that much because then I'm not getting emotional all day long.
Yeah. I mean, what I did was instead of stalking the ticker, which I still do, don't get me wrong, I found a way to derive dopamine without having to watch the chart. And that's where the research and the digging and the data aggregation and all that came into play. And YouTube was another outlet for it. But people do this without even realizing it. There are tons of different ways that you can vent or even multiply the appreciation of or the frustration of what's going on. And when you can instead of looking at the price chart and letting that be the pace for the day, you know, if you start digging into things like new SEC filings or new FINRA filings or any amendments, if you have a theory about what's going on with the price chart, you know, there are different ways that you can try to decipher what's happening where you gain value from knowledge instead of value from what your P&L has to say. And I think that if people start doing that more than watching the chart, that you would see exponential growth from the community, but also on the price chart because more people would understand what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. But I think on red days, it'd be nice to see that such as yourselves, such as Trade, the influencers on red days, rather than everybody having to find you guys. Because I think on red days, the bad days, I think everybody needs you guys more on the red days.
Yeah, well,
I think as a community too, like the smaller players in the community too can play a role there in helping carry that lift, because it is a big lift for somebody who is constantly talking TD, constantly it like has a massive audience, and on a red day, like Trey comes across to me as somebody who's very emotionally invested in the community, and it hurts him. You can tell, like some of these videos where he's made in the last few months on really bad red days, and it looks like the dude has been crying. And I know he's like, he takes it to heart. He's a genuine dude. And I've seen that with Astro. I've seen that with a bunch of the other guys too. And so, I try and retweet as much positive stuff on a red day just so people get that energy out of their system. They're not getting that negativity.
Absolutely, yeah. I think one of the biggest things I miss from Astro is that phrase, "Come on, bitch."
I'm waiting for the inertia to shift in the other direction. That's all I'm waiting on. And negativity sucks, and seeing red days suck, but there's two ways you can handle it. You can either sit there and take it and vent then and there, or from the way that I've gone through life, I don't like to fester on makeshift positivity. I'm going to take negative energy and I'm going to use that anger and that frustration to go and figure out what the fuck is going on. So then I can use the rest of that anger and frustration to enact on the thing that I found that could be the source of what is happening. Yeah, not everybody can do that, though. There's a lot of intricacies here, but
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thesis we've got over here is, regardless of what's going on with the ticker, buy and hold, and every time we've got spare cash, we just buy more and we buy more and we buy more. And the amount of people that I know over here in the UK, absolutely nobody at all is selling. We're just buying more and more and more. And everybody, and I think everybody's grown adults. Everybody realizes the risks involved. But
I have to disagree with you on that one. I don't think people realize the risk. It's easy to put away, the $300 that you'd have left over for rent at the end of the month. But even though, in your head, it's like, okay, I got 2 weeks and I should be fine. There shouldn't be anything that pops up. But then something pops up. And now the community that you've come to grow and love with, and I've met lifetime friends now from this. I've met people that I'd even call family. I got Goose moving in with me, like the same people though, that same flavor, if you will. Not that everybody would do this, but the rhetoric is that you can't sell and you can't do this and you can't do that. And it's like I get where that's coming from, but I've seen some really fucked up stories unfold right before my eyes or right before my ears, where I've heard people get chastised for selling X amount to pay for a bill, to get their daughter a Christmas present, to get their son a birthday gift. Like that you see the juxtaposition there, where they're the rationale, it makes sense, but when you have to make ends meet to do that, you're going to get chastised for it.
Well, and everybody's got their own situation too, right? Like you're saying, Sam, it's like all this rhetoric in the community of never selling. A lot of us, myself included, are in a position that we can do that.
Right.
I think the more novice investor or somebody who really wants to be a part of the movement, and they're throwing as much as they can at it, but they may have to pull back a little bit. And me personally, I understand when people have to do that. I just know for myself, I'm always going to say, I'm not selling.
Yeah, and that's
just not judge the people who, and not judge the people who may have to because they got to pay a bill or a medical thing or deal with their kids.
100%, 100% agree. If you have to sell because of your personal circumstances, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever.
That's why I respected Trey when he said people come first.
Yeah.
And that made that resonated with me, right? And I think that is something that I've heard from you, Astro. I've heard it from a few other influencers that are kind of in the same mindset as you and Trey.
Yeah.
Don't focus on the one guy who has to sell his 5 shares to pay his rent that month so he's not homeless. Focus on the people who are like myself, who are holding, who have the ability to buy more every week. And not worry about that. The little guys are needed too. We need all sorts of people in this community.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is I think everybody needs to stay in touch, like these space calls, and have these constructive discussions, because I think that's what keeps everybody together. Because as opposed to some degree, you can offload the negativity of what you're going through, and at the same time contribute positively as well. So I think it's awesome to actually speak to Astro again and obviously do this. It's absolutely fantastic just to touch base, find out what's going on, and obviously get your opinion across, whether you're right or you're wrong.
Right.
It's good to have those constructive discussions.
Absolutely. I think moving forward, my priority is educating people on what's going on and trying to give some detail to this monolithic thing of market structure and market plumbing. Like these are two very different things, but they're used synonymously. And if people were able to understand who's really at fault here, like prime brokers, right? I hate to say this, I think only a quarter of people, if I randomly selected them, would be able to tell me who or what a prime broker is. And these are the entities that are responsible for all this fucking shit. It was the same thing with Overstock. It was the same, that's what happened to Mark Cahotes. But every time you hear that name, you're expected by your tribe to become inflammatory and to agitate and to irritate. And
Well,
that's
I know some people have a very emotional reaction to that. And I know I got there at one point too. I had to walk myself back from that because it's counterproductive.
Exactly. And, everybody talks about they're trying to get us to sell. They're trying to lie to us. And yet it's the people who are the loudest about this sentiment who are telling you that T0 is bad or that zero-day settlement in general is bad. Zero-day settlement has become synonymous with T0, yet T0 is the only platform that offers it. And so now one of the silver bullets in this entire thing has been vilified. And not only has it been vilified from an informational standpoint, but there's the emotional tag to it as well. So you want to talk about infiltration and shills and people trying to lie to you. There's the biggest lie of them all. And I dare you to go into a space call and try to say the name Mark Cahotes. You're going to get people are going to come at you left and right. Yet he's the man who can actually effectively help fix this.
Astro, can I jump in for a second?
Sure.
First of all, I just want to talk about people selling. And everything you guys are saying is absolutely correct. I've been saying that since the get-go. And the thing is, I just wish people would stop posting that they're selling, because that's driving problems, I think. And the other thing is,
I have to cut you off there real quick. I'm sorry. If people aren't allowed to talk about what they want to talk about, whether it's good or bad, if you can't handle that environment, you can't be on the internet. I'm sorry. That's how the world works. You're not going to go everywhere seeing things only that you like.
No disrespect. I'm just referring to the fact that
I do agree. I understand where you're coming from.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah. And people are loud about it.
Right. And the other thing is, I just started following you on YouTube because I knew you were out there and all that. I just was cutting my YouTube viewing down.
Sure.
And I started following you because of what you did with your call out and, standing up for Mark Cahotes and Dave Lauer and a whole bunch of other people. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Totally understand what you mean about Mark. I follow him. I think he's a wonderful man.
Yep.
And very, very misunderstood.
Oh yeah.
He was on a call last night with Spencer and Tara and that. And I don't know if the play is still going on. It was recorded. But I'm not suggesting anyone to go there to do it, but he mentioned quite a few things there last night. It'd be great if he shows up here and could talk with you guys too. That's it.
Yeah.
Already send him a DM.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Jared, I see you raising your hand over there.
Hey, Astro. Thanks
man?
for having me. Thanks for hearing me. I just wanted to, extend my appreciation for being here. And I've also been following you for a while.
I recognize your name.
I dig your style, man, and I like the attitude and atmosphere that, like, I don't want to create any division, but I don't think it can be denied that each, like, follower has their own clan, and I disagree with that because, like I said the other day, we all got into this play for the same fucking reason,
Right.
and we should be on the same fucking team.
Right.
But people want
Exactly.
like, I don't know, blame
Tribalism.
certain things
Tribalism.
and yell at certain people, and it's like, guys, geez, you can't see the forest for the trees. We're like, I don't know. I'm not trying to sing Kumbaya, but for fuck's sakes,
Right. It's
fuck's sakes.
tribalism.
It's ridiculous. But I just wanted to say hi and say thanks for what you're doing, and it does matter to me. And you also wanted to reinforce what Joel was talking about as far as if you need to sell, fucking sell. I'm probably going to sell at a point lower than anybody else because I just want to pay my house off. I'm not trying to buy 10 Lambos. I just want to pay my house off.
Right.
So that's my why.
Yeah.
And I mean, if anyone's got a problem with it, that's too bad because it's not going to affect me.
Nobody should have any say in how you spend your money, right?
Yeah.
And this is what we're trying to fight for, right? Is market equality, and get rid of the corruption, have a fair shake at making the money in the market. And to me, that's the most important thing. If people have to do something for any one reason, that's fine. And to the tribalism comment, like I've seen that. There's people that are still in my friend group that I love. I love these people, and they still are feeding that. But I still love them. I still care about them. I still follow them. I don't try and block them out. I try and block as little as possible.
And guys, I've got a quick question for you guys, and I don't want to sound like a dick, but do you honestly believe and think that what we're doing here, do you think there will ever be change?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely, 110%.
It takes a big event, a big hurt, for things to change.
Right.
Because I suppose the people we're fighting against have got deep pockets
and deep roots.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then my last final question, Astro. I know you're not a financial advisor or anything like this, but where do you think we're going with AMC?
It all comes down to the laws of supply and demand. If there is more demand than that of supply, then those who hold the supply get to name their price. That simple.
So do you think this is going to squeeze?
I'm fairly confident in a rapid upward price movement, of which most people would not be expecting of, but that's all I can say.
But Astro, do you know something? It's absolutely fantastic just to even hear that. Even if it was a no, it's not going to squeeze, we've lost or whatever, it's good it's just good to have that bit of knowledge from someone else and just to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, even just from...
Yeah, whether it's negative or positive, it's just good to have that source of information and somebody else's opinion.
Yeah, it even from the standard lens of how a stock works. If you look at short interest, where it stands, whether you think it's real or not, even by vanilla standards, the amount of shorts at play and where the price is at sets up the perfect storm for someone to take profit as a short, which would then cause them to buy in, which would drive the price up. It's that simple. Even from that perspective.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, from my point of view, I'm going to hold on to this for as long as I financially possibly can.
Wait, why would you hold forever? Based on what?
Let me rephrase that. I would hold until it got to the price that I wanted it at, so then I could sell at that price.
What's that price?
For me personally, the lowest would be around about $500, and I don't think I'm being unrealistic there.
No, I mean, you pick your price. That's comes down to the laws of supply and demand. That's it.
Yeah, because I mean, for me, that's where I want to be. That's where it would help me and my family financially.
But
And I don't.
listen. AMC CEO has sold all his shares. He's made $42 million off this thing, and you're just stuck holding on to this dog shit.
You understand the CEO only gets paid in shares, right? The man's 67. He's technically supposed to be retired. Only gets paid in shares. He has a family. He's got other obligations and things he wants to do in life, and you're trying to tell me that he's not allowed to make a liquid instrument out of what he has? Care to comment? No? Okay.
I have no problem with him selling his shares and taking what he needs. Like
Someone clip that, please.
I'm trying not to get emotional about what other people do with their shares.
Did he just fucking leave?
Hey, I don't know if this is a good time for me to step in, but my name is Mason. I just wanted to actually touch on a few points that's on this very issue that we're on right now about just Adam Aaron selling and kind of like the divisiveness in the community. Again, my name is Mason. I've been holding exclusively GameStop since it was about 13, and I've been holding calls as well. So
Sure.
been in this play the whole time, and definitely am a huge fan of everyone here, talking about being an individual investor and respecting people's individual opinions to hold in what they believe and never chastising someone for, their position.
Right.
And so I come to you hopefully as an ally, as someone who
110%.
exclusively still only holds GameStop and no AMC. I do believe AMC could squeeze, but I believe GameStop is like the ultimate play and will squeeze to a greater proportion. However, I just wanted to point out some of like things of people in like my community that I find kind of abhorrent behavior. Like on Trey's post today, where he posted the suicide hotline number. You have people like Short Destroyer and Pwn What the Fuck Barbecue. Like, I don't mean to bring up old beef or anything by mentioning them, but they have like their behavior and their response to what Trey was saying about how he's like driving people down by getting them in on this AMC play. There's a lot of people in the GameStop exclusive community who love to put down people who try to say AMC and GME are together. They're the same play. I don't believe that they're the same play, but they do correlate in a lot of ways sometimes, and they're in a lot of the same ETFs. So they're both heavily shorted. I mean, there are some correlations. So I'm not going to completely dismiss that point. But I agree with some of the fundamentals of what these people might say in that, GameStop has a much more compressed float. It could potentially squeeze a lot higher. I'm not a fan of not just Adam Aaron, but the entire AMC board kind of releasing shares. However, I think that the AMC community are allies in this because we are all trying to fight market corruption at the end of the day. So even though I don't consider myself an ape, I consider myself a GameStop investor. I still exclusively hold GameStop, but I appreciate anyone and respect anyone that can make money on AMC as well, and anyone that wants to fight the current market structure of market makers and prime brokers kind of manipulating and being able to naked short these stocks, no doubt about it. And when Ken Griffin goes up there in his interviews and says, oh, I don't know anyone who disagrees with the current market structure. Bitch, everyone fucking disagrees with this current market structure. It's bullshit and it's corruption.
Oh yeah.
So I appreciate all of you for being able to hear me and hopefully see me as an ally, as someone who is part of that exclusively GME community. Yeah. And as long as we're all trying to fight market corruption, I respect it 100%, and I really appreciate what y'all are doing here. So thank you for giving me a chance to speak, and hopefully we can all continue to hold and keep fighting this beast.
Yeah, that means a lot, man. That is stand up right there. That's how people should be thinking right there. You were the golden child of that archetype right there.
I hold both. No one's a hero, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're a hero to somebody in here. I got at least 500 people watching on the stream, and I don't know how many people are in the space call. But
200.
Sure 200. Okay, so at least 600 people or 700 people have listened to what you just said, and that is how people should be thinking. I agree 100% with what you've just said, even regarding fundamentals. I like both companies. I've been a gamer since I was a kid, and I've watched movies since I was a kid. I remember sitting outside of GameStop at 11:59 p.m. at night, freezing my ass off, waiting for the next Call of Duty. I remember taking my first girlfriend to an AMC theater. Like these companies are near and dear to my heart, and 9 times out of 10, when you see somebody try to victimize or vilify the other side, it's typically mounted against some emotional basis. It's never like you're talking about Pwn and Short Destroyer. I still love Short Destroyer, by the way. I hope he listens to this. I know he fucking hates me, but I think he's a great guy, and he and I have talked extensively. I know he's a bit of an elitist on the GameStop side, but so be it. I think he's a smart man. The point of this being, though, is that when people try to create tension or some form of villainy, it's always something emotional. Like when Trace tweeting out about the suicide hotline, it got turned into, what did he say exactly? Or what were other people saying, Mason? What was the...
Oh, they were just they're GameStop. You know, they believe 100% in GameStop, and they think that AMC is a distraction. So anytime people say hashtag AMC and GME in the same post, they get sensitive about that because they think GameStop is the only play.
Right.
Yeah, fundamentally, I agree, but attitude and the way they're going about it, I completely disagree.
Sure. I mean, the fundamentals are better on GameStop's side. There's no denying that, and that's fine. But both of them are en route for the same end result. Whether or not that result lines them up side by side at the end of it, I don't fucking know.
But both can squeeze 100%.
Yeah, and that's all that fucking matters. And people have their money and they can do what they want. But to take a man who is trying to help people because he has a heart, when he tweets about the suicide hotline, and then you try to turn that into something about the stock market, you're taking emotion and trying to match it against money. Good fucking luck with that. And if you're so much of a piece of shit that is your rhetoric, when someone is trying to help like that and you turn it into a stock... No, that you're vile. No. That just does not work. That does not work.
Absolutely. Astro, I agree with you 100%. Mason, I agree with you 100%. I'm holding multiple stocks. I got AMC, I got GME. I think the moment that we're in right now,
actually, I'm so sorry. I got to cut you off there because I know someone's going to try to turn this into dirt. As far as the Pwn video that I made, I didn't say the word... I didn't talk about anything in detail that would have revealed any information about her or her quote-unquote suicide attempt, which she will call it what she will. But the point of that being is that was not about her suicide attempt. That was not about anything regarding her suicide attempt. That was because she was coming after me after I tried being nice for months. So let's lay that line very clear on the fucking ground. That was what that was about, because I know someone's going to try to dig this up and try to flip it. Watch the video.
Hold on. Thank you, Astro. Thank you. What I just wanted to say was, in this moment, I think if we have close to 1,000 people listening and watching right now, I think what we need to do as a community is to just cement the narrative. Right now, there's been a lot of like wish-washy, we're going after corruption or we're going after a squeeze. Even though all these things are real, I feel like we need to create a more stronger framework so that if anyone wants to speak, whether that be a tweet or a podcast or a video, then like we can have like a decentralized, firm narrative that people can actually get behind, and we can actually have real momentum behind any change within market structure, any change within laws. I think we're just in a moment of cementing the narrative.
100% agreed. And Spence, I see you. Give me 1 second. The problem, I was talking about this earlier, is the surface area of what narratives exist and who is behind them. There's too much scatteredness for anyone that's familiar with market structure. Fragmentation of different narratives and different subcomponents of them that fester or take the spotlight for however much time. It's hard to solidify something that is always moving or always changing, and that's the problem. I do agree with you that that is a huge thing that needs to happen, but there needs to be consistency, and that's where you see problems begin.
So where is that consistency? Like maybe we can like sort of solve the problem right now. Like what do you think needs to happen so that we can anchor this down more? Like what needs to happen so I can just not seem like a crazy meme in front of my grandparents when I try to tell them we're all going to be rich?
Education. Yeah. When I've thought about this a lot of because I talk to people all the time about, you know, what I do for a living, you know, and I explain that, you know, I trade stocks and I make YouTube videos and blah, 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 blah. But it always, the golden story of January 28th of 2021 pops up. Did you hear about GameStop? And even now, a year later, that's still coming up, and you're about to see it enter the narrative by 10x within the coming weeks. But when I explain that to them, I'm always confronted with this problem of how do you explain what is going on? That is the biggest question of them all. And if you look at any great speaker or influencer or character from history, they had a very eloquent and concise way of explaining very complicated things. It was Einstein who said that if you can't explain something to a 5-year-old, then you don't understand it enough. And so that's why, again, I say that education is the most important thing here, because I have at least 24 videos explaining the market structure and mechanics of what permit and allow for naked short selling and where short interest could potentially be hidden and why you're not going to see it happen on a vanilla short interest report. I have all of that documented in hours of videos, yet they're the least viewed video. That's the problem. I'm not saying that it has to be me that is seen, but that screams a very loud standard of the content that people are willing to consume is least on the least end of the spectrum when it comes to education. And I understand it's not something that you can just figure out in a day. It took me almost a year. I'm still learning. But that's what it comes down to. If you want the rhetoric and the narrative, you have to figure out how to concisely and eloquently and easily understand what is going on. And the problem is the majority of people in this don't. And that's what I'm trying to help fix.
All right, well, how about this? How about this for our narrative? Our authorities print money and print shares for their own profit, and we're coming after them. Maybe that can be like something that we can just like...
Too aggressive. The
saying,
news
too
will eat
aggressive,
you
right?
up.
Okay.
A great idea if we were in a more esoteric environment, I would agree with you. But if you told that to some mom and pop sitting at a park bench, good luck.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
I do agree
I
with
just
you.
get
but
excited,
not
and then I get aggressive.
Right, yeah, understood. Spence, I see you raising your hand.
Hey, what's up, Astro? What's up, Papa Goose, man? Thanks for holding the call, you guys.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, what you just said about the type of content that people are willing to consume is 100% correct. Because the most important content that might not be the most entertaining is getting the least views.
Exactly.
I really encourage everybody to go watch the videos he just said. And
Charlie's vids. Check out Charlie's vids.
Yeah. Papa posting the GameStop Rise of the Players. That was awesome this morning. I think January 28th is a perfect date to drop that. I'm glad AMC did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
see, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I've had the spotlight for quite some time.
Okay. Have you guys heard about and looked into the Rosen law firm class action suit they're trying to win lately?
Mm-mm.
This is the law firm that won the case for Batista, the truck driver from New Jersey, against Hood.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Now I know what you're talking about now.
I called them this morning. They're actively working on a class action award. So I encourage everybody to check them out. Look at the info on their website, because if they win, you will be able to file a claim.
Can you?
That's basically all I had.
I'll tweet it.
What's up?
Can you send me that? I'll tweet it.
Yeah, I'll DM you right now.
And to Mason's point earlier, because this is also something I've been preaching since my debut on YouTube, is the unity that is required, even if it's not everybody with their arms around each other hugging, but at least to some extent where we can recognize that there is a common enemy, in which I like to fall back to the quote of an enemy is a friend to me. And if you were to break down the hierarchy of how this entire shit show works, at the top you have market corruption, plain and simple. That is the umbrella term for what has enabled all of us to be at the point where we're at. Everybody hates shorts, yet shorts are the ones who gave the opportunity to have a squeeze or squeezes, whatever your conviction is, that are on the plate. And shorts are required in the market. That is how you have a net zero efficient market. Okay, shorts are not inherently bad. It's naked short selling. Okay, now to circle back, when you look at the hierarchy, you have market corruption being at the top. Now within market corruption, you have all these different tickers that have been affected. And when you have infighting at the same layer, like AMC versus GameStop, you are losing the fight and helping the other side win at the same time. Not only are you helping yourself lose, but you're also helping the other side win. Because now the only thing you can see is the person next to you while you're trying to fight them, instead of looking up and seeing who actually has their foot on your neck. That is the problem. And I remember there was a post back in February on Wall Street Bets about, and it got 13 upvotes, I think, and then I never saw it again. It said that if whoever was at fault here, and I'm paraphrasing, whoever is at fault here, whoever actually got caught naked here, were to win, they would have to make infighting happen. That was almost a year ago.
There's a good one. It's like it was posted on Reddit before. Not that I agree with the vast majority of what Reddit is right now.
Reddit is a
but
fucking cesspool.
Cesspool, and it's easier to buy them out than politicians. But there's a jar. It was a post.
Let me tell you something.
There was a post on Superstonk way back when it was a little more legit. It was called the Jar of Ants, basically saying that there's like these two types of ants that are different colors, and if you put them in a jar and just leave it, they will sit there and coexist perfectly. But if you shake the jar, they'll be misled into thinking that they're being attacked by each other, and then they'll start fighting. So I think that was probably one of the greatest analogies for the whole GME AMC thing is the jar of ants.
Same finish line, right, guys?
Yep. Well said by both of you. Yeah. That is the comment. And you look at anything else in life, Republican versus Democrat, black versus white, fire and water, or fire and ice, fucking, you name it. There are all these different labels, and the only purpose of them is to give context to a terrain in which you will then be fighting on. That's what that does. That's what labels do. And if you look even in the past 30 years of how society and culture and politics have evolved, you will see labels being added in exponential amounts, because the more labels you can add, the more you can target. It's like adding more zoom to your rifle scope. That's what that does. You have more detail, so you will then take fire. It baffles me that some people are so selfish that they're willing to go to such lengths and extremes to put down the other side in the way they do. I don't know if it's let me say this. I don't think it's all selfish. I think some people have either been convinced or have their own internal misunderstandings of, well, if I pull everybody from GameStop into AMC, then AMC will squeeze. Well, if I pull everyone from AMC into GameStop, then no, you have to drop that. It doesn't have that. No, just no. And the more you push for that, you're just antagonizing the other side even more. Let me help you. That's what you do. That is the exact image you give yourself. It's the Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's so disgusting. And to tell people what to do with their money, if you did that in person, you'd find yourself on the ground with a broken jaw. To think that you have some prerogative to do that on the internet is even more asinine. That is not how you're supposed to behave. That is not mature. That is not adult-like. It is childish and makes you look like a buffoon. Anyone that thinks this is a valid thing to do, or anything that should be considered okay, is an idiot. Period.
Hey, Astro, this is Deke. Can I have a sec?
Absolutely not.
All right, I'll wait.
I know, I'm kidding.
All right, first off, you're a sexy motherfucker. If I had hair like you, I could have been somebody.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I texted Mark, and he's in meetings and says he's sorry he can't make it.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you.
Otherwise, he would join. So I just want to say a couple things, and you just said a lot of them well. But I'm going to probably maybe a little stronger.
Sure.
And I'm in a bad mood, so.
Perfect timing.
But I just want to say, as far as the GME and the tribal and all that, anyone who's rooting against another retail investor is a fucking asshole. There's just no other way to look at it. You're just a garbage fucking human. Anyone who wants somebody else to lose money is just wrong.
Yep.
And that should not be respected, and it should not be edified. And the whole GME thing is fucking mind blowing to me as somebody who wants everybody to win. Second of all, the people who attack Mark boggles my mind. I got interested in him when I saw an early interview before he ever mentioned T0, before he stepped into a space call, when he was talking about the Robin Hood fuck retail. And as somebody who got raked over the fucking coals, I said, man, that's a fucking good guy. And I started following him on Twitter. And I've had a lot of conversations with him. And I can, from my perspective.
You're cutting out a little bit.
Sorry. I could say from talking to him, he's as good a person as I know. But what I don't get, and what boggles my mind with this backlash, it's as if somebody said, hey, you know what? I got this idea. It may or may not work, whatever, but I might be able to solve world hunger. And a bunch of people go, fuck you, you shill.
Yeah. Yep.
Thinking.
Yep.
What? Why not entertain the idea? What have you got to lose? And maybe the guy made a machine that can solve world and he'll make someone who gives a fuck.
Yeah.
We're looking for a solution. So even if you disagree with the solution, but it was dismissed out of hand. And this divide came within the community before it was ever even understood. It was a fake. This narrative that it was Adam Aaron versus Mark is ridiculous because Mark's the one who conceded and was transparent that Adam said stand down, and stand down could be interpreted a million fucking different ways. What Adam didn't do is Adam didn't go to Twitter and say fuck Mark. He didn't say apes fucking turn your backs on this douchebag. He said nothing of the sort. In a private message to Mark that Mark shared with us, he said stand down, which could mean I'm working on something. Shh. It could mean anything in the world. Okay, I've got one or two more little quick points if you want me to, but I can shut up.
I see Sugar Kush raising his hand. I'll come back to you. I really appreciate that, though.
I'll be here.
You're on the money.
Hey man, thank you. First of all, thank you to hosting a space call. A lot of us, we were looking forward to talking to you. We were inviting, like, come on, Tara space call, and so we appreciate you doing this.
Of course.
That's the first thing. There are a lot of people. I mean, after what when you came out with the mark, that the whole thing. A lot of people were against you, but you need to realize this too. There are a lot of people, those who are silent. There are a lot of people, those who support you guys. I mean, that's what I tell people. Don't be silent. If you support somebody in some cause, speak up. There are a lot of people, like you say, are selfish. That's what it should not be like that. I mean, when I came in this community, I honestly came for money.
Yes,
But
we
when
all
I
did.
saw exactly, and when I saw so much dedication and with each other, like everybody, people caring about each other, like people literally, everybody is a hardworking individual, honest person here. We are not selling drugs. We are everyday hardworking people.
Yeah.
You know,
And even
we,
if you
we
are
give
selling
us
drugs, let me know because I need weed.
no. I wish I could get some too, but I can't.
You got any Adderall?
but,
I'm a bit
but,
short
but,
supplied on
but the
Adderall.
thing is, I can't even smoke no more. I got a CDL license, so unfortunately, I used to back in the college days, but man, I miss those days sometimes. It's
That's
the
hilarious.
once once you have responsibilities, family, kids, wife, man, lot of
Yep.
things. Believe me, a lot of things. You have to think twice before you do that. So
Yep.
even though as bad as I want it, sometimes, man, believe me, I just drink my whiskey and I'm like, okay, you know.
That's fucking
So
hilarious.
I mean, come join more in our calls. Don't let anybody get you down because your voice matters more than
Thank
like
you.
I even like all the other guys too. I mean, Trey and everybody. I have very humbly requested all of those guys, like, come, join, like, We
Yeah.
need their other side. They're all together. Like, look at Ken Griffin's ex-wife. That this article that I mean,
That's a
look
MILF.
at that shit. Even their ex-wives, they support them. You know, like them, the dumb fucks. Even their ex-wives, they still support them. And here we are. You know, we are fighting with each other. I mean, disagree is one thing, but calling each other, you know, like names and all that. Like, you don't want to be a part of it, don't be a part of it. But you know,
Right.
there are a lot of people, those who believed in you. A lot of people you showed hope. And now, if you will sit back and sit quiet, then who will they look up to? You know, like Trey and Matt. I mean, I have no complaints. You know, I don't disrespect the guys.
Same
You know,
fight.
but
Same fight.
yeah, we are all fighting the same fight. But it's just, if they start speaking more, you know, start standing with people, those who supported you, it just makes those people feel more proud. You know,
Right.
like we are on, because people like me, you know, we are down like 30 grand. You know, we didn't bought in January.
Yeah.
So you know, I missed that train. But you know, I still have a lot of hope. I still believe in my community. It's because of all the individual hardworking people like you,
Mhm.
like me, like everybody who has sacrificed their blood, sweat, and tears in this play. You know, so
Oh yeah.
let's all keep it together and let's all fight for one cause. If Mark is bringing something to the table, let him at least finish it. If
Yes.
he's not able to do it, then you can criticize him, do whatever you need to do, but give the man a chance. He has 40 some year experience. I mean, look into
Yeah.
his background. Okay,
Yep.
he was a activist short seller. You know, like there are differences, but a lot of people don't even know the differences. And don't make your opinions, like, don't be so quick to judge people. Give them a chance. Let them finish what they started. Let's stick with them. Like,
Agreed.
even Ken Griffin's ex-wife left him, and that dumb bitch, she's still supporting him with all this bullshit. Like, it's fucked up.
I like this
Like,
guy. I like this
we
guy.
need to take a lesson from these dumb fucks. You know, like, look at these fucks, what they're like. You know, so I appreciate you guys. You know, come more on our calls too, man. We'll love you guys on our calls. You know, so thank
Sugar
you again.
Sugar Kush, you said it well.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate you guys. Come on more on the calls. We'll appreciate you guys, man.
You got it. Thank you, Sugar Kush.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Hey, if anyone wants to jump on, call Astro a shill or something.
Hey!
Fucking.
Hey, Astro, do you think I can throw something in there real quick?
No! Damn. I'm kidding.
Well, I just thought, just thank you
so.
for letting me in. It's kind of because, like, you and Charlie, and honestly, for the GME side, Gherkin,
Wait, do it.
leveraging, literally, like
You cutting out.
leveraging, like,
Last thing I heard
you
was
got him
Gherkin.
now?
Last thing I heard was Gherkin.
I think he's got McDonald's.
I was
wife.
looking at this kind of price action. I started diving into the like the leverage market, and I noticed that it's with this it's, and obviously, like, I looked, they're open and closed, and I noticed that, like, every single day they're closed up into a big period, there's a massive red day. Obviously today they're closed.
You cutting out, my man. Can't hear you.
And I noticed that period.
Can someone tweet me the clip real quick of me shutting the idiot down about
I can hear you
Aaron?
guys.
Yeah, you're cutting off. You got like
Yeah,
a
all we
robot
understood was that you
microphone.
were talking about retail being leveraged in like the derivatives market somehow, but we couldn't really hear a lot of it.
Yeah, sorry, I have shitty service.
No, you're good, man. I think you're good now.
All right, but yeah, I was just looking at, like, their actually roll dates, and they don't roll when they expire. They roll the last 4 business days of the month prior. So, and it's a 4-day roll period. So if you actually go look,
can you send me this? Do you have like a
yeah?
Please send me this. This is awesome.
Yeah. There. Just go back and actually look at it's 4 business days of the, like. So I nailed the August, the May. I made I think I made like 90,000 on
Hey,
a $1,700. On $1,700 because
Good
honestly,
shit.
of like, yeah, because you said they're over leveraged, and
goes both ways.
You go look in the leveraged market, which is the CME group. Then you will look at the schedule of their holidays when they don't trade. If they're closed, obviously they don't trade. And if we're going off of major price movements, it's from when they're open.
It has to catch up. Right. I wonder,
Yep.
Is that why, was it Memorial Day back in May?
Yeah. Yep. Memorial Day they were closed, and the day after,
that.
guess what? The day after they were closed. It was red. It's a 4-day roll period, where day 1 is position day, day 2 intention day, day 3 notice day, and then 4 is delivery day.
Huh.
Yep, and you go in and you look at all the major price movements. It was those first 3 days were the big days.
Right.
The delivery day
And
was
then
June 2nd.
Oh, and then it starts to snowball.
Yeah. So it's honestly gnarly, and then you do the same thing with all of the other days. So pretty much don't expect a giant green day whenever the CME group is closed.
Huh.
So over leveraged, go look at the leverage market.
Huh.
So honestly, it's between like you, Charlie, and like Gherkin is the reason like me and a couple other guys at work are doing this. So
Right. Huh.
yeah, so I just say thanks, and I gotta go.
No, man, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, honestly, I thought you'd be the one to know, but yeah, I can. Well, it was honestly your the T20 or the T21 and T35 is what kind of got me started, and then that's how I made the money, and then I went back and actually looked some more, and I couldn't really, and I got burned obviously on the one after the one after that. But then I'm like, all right, there's always these big giant moves. I'm like, all right, I started looking, and holy shit, I found it. And then I used a couple red days as a
like a control
test. Yeah, as a test. I'm like, all right, if we have a giant spike up the day before, and then right after, it's going to get destroyed, and then the next day is going to get destroyed. So, and notice all the posts and FUD come out. It's to explain the giant meltdown of the big moves. And whenever for 2 weeks before the big rollover days is when all of the they got to start liquidating to start covering, and the biggest days come with about 3 weeks of shit.
Can you tweet this to me and I'll retweet the hell out of it?
I'll do my best. Honestly, it's just kind of looking around.
Come on!
But I'll put something
Where do you
together.
find the CME calendar?
I'm gonna start calling you Private Pile.
The CME group.
Like on their website? I'm having trouble finding it on their website. The calendar.
CME, the CME group, equities, futures, holiday calendar. It's right on their website. And then I started looking at that's how I got the 4-day rollover period was on their explanation. They pretty much showed me how to do it. It's like, oh, if you have a future short position in equities, you have 4 business days, because if they're going to roll, they can only roll. They don't roll whenever it expires. Like, oh yeah, the quad witching day or whatever. I'm like, no, that's when they're done. They're out. Yeah, and they need 4 days to be able to do it, just in case something happens. So it's those 4 days that
have the freeze dates had any significance?
The what days?
The freeze dates.
Which ones? I don't understand those.
I'm figuring out right now. It's on the same page as the holiday calendar. It's the last tab.
Oh yeah, I'm not looking at it right now.
I got it on the screen if you're watching.
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now. I'm at work.
Yeah, thank you for the calendar, by the way, too. It's the 14th through the 18th, I guess, were closed. So.
Oh yeah, and then especially on the what was it, Thanksgiving, when it's pretty much like right after GME's earnings. Everyone's like, oh yeah, we're like, that's when everyone's like piling into options for like, oh, Thanksgiving or the day before, whatever. I'm like, do you realize that the big run up between on GameStop and on not so much on AMC but it was the Thursday. It was like Thursday, Friday, Monday, and then a spike Tuesday morning. It's because the CME group was closed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, they were catching up.
Yeah, so you take the last.
It's like
the
lag.
last 4 Yeah, the last 4 days of the last 4 calendar days is when they start to get their position all rolled up. And just kind of like what Gherkin said is about the we kind of see a pop in the morning, and then kind of goes down, and then pop in the afternoon, just because obviously they're using dark pool, but they do a dark pool. It only delays about 3 to 4 hours.
Well, it's until the order is completely filled, and then up to 24 hours after if the trade was done internationally.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. I just know that like right around.
But sure, either way.
I think 30 to 11 o'clock.
You cutting out?
Ish, and then it hits from there on out. Because I think yeah.
Yeah, buddy, you're cutting out.
Kenny's onto him.
Reverse repo comes out.
He's saying some dangerous shit right now. Break his internet.
I'm going to take a little break real quick and watch this new video that Dana came out with. Goose, can you host while I'm laughing?
Go for it.
Wonderful.
Yeah, if anyone wants to just talk or whatever, you don't need to raise your hand. This ain't no kindergarten. Just talk.
Hey, Goose. This is Jared.
What up, Jared?
Hey, man. A couple of responses.
All right, so Dana just came up with this one. This will be good. All right, chat. Give me some popcorn emojis. Give me some popcorn emojis. Yo, Chemica. Is that how you pronounce that? It's solid. It's solid. It's not as it sounds a little lazy, but the riff is fucking amazing and it's Slash, so I'll love it either way, but I wish there was a little bit more, I don't know, substance to it. Popcorn, give me popcorn!
My mission is simple, to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now.
Are we done with AMC too? And your continued support for that stock
No, they got
despite the fundamentals?
No, they got to sell.
You're doing great, Jim Cramer.
Bob Saget went to the same high school as Adam Aaron. I think he was the class behind.
That's a good way to change the subject.
No, Abington Hines. But now, look, the reason I'm not switching the subject, he was able to sell a lot of stock. He said he was going to sell a lot of stock.
He did?
That was so much shorter than I expected, but I fucking loved it.
My mission is simple: to make you money. I'm here to level the playing field for all investors. There's always a bull market somewhere, and I promise to help you find it. Mad Money starts now.
Are we done with AMC too? And your continued support for that stock,
No, they got
despite the
no,
fundamentals?
they got to sell.
You're doing great, Jim Cramer.
Bob Saget went to the same high school as Adam Aaron. I think he was a class behind.
That's a good way to change the subject.
No, Abington High is. But now, look, the reason I'm not switching the subject, he was able to sell a lot of stock.
What the? What?
But now, look,
I want to see what closed captions has to say about that.
the reason I'm not switching the subject, he was able to sell a lot of stock. He said. But now, look, the reason I'm not switching the subject, he was able to sell a lot of stock. He said he was going to sell a lot of stock.
He did.
That was a good little clip. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. So you're inspiring to to your DM. It's a stochastic oscillator. Ooh. Ooh. I like what the fuck? Stutter who? Stochastics. I like stochastics. Dana, I want more! Dana's been putting up some fire lately. Can someone send me that clip where some idiot was trying to say that man was selling shares? Can someone send me that on Twitter? I'm gonna make Stinky. I'll be back. Mission accomplished. Nice. Astra, did you wash your hands? Nope. That kid Kyle's right on point. I went back. Yeah. I need to make a video out of that. What is that song you used to play when we were moving? Probably Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force. Did you lick them instead? Abso-fucking-lutely. Gotta train that immune system. Make sure you wipe back to front. Can you go over what Kyle was saying? Basically, anytime there was a holiday where the CME group was closed, there was a rollover period that would be elected for, and fuck, how did that go? It's 4 days after a holiday, I think. I gotta check the clip. I think he was saying 4 days after a holiday. I need some fucking dry shampoo. What the fuck is this? Can someone, or Dana, are you in here? Can you clip that and upload it? Everything he said, and can you cut out the downtime? I've understood why you didn't play Rocket Queen. Only because it gets super hype at the last half of it. That's why. I've still played it though. I've still played it during runs. This is fucking awesome. My man Colby. My man Colby. That's fucking awesome. Ashton, did you ever hang clock? Be honest. And just for that question, shame. 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 How dare you ask? How dare you ask? How dare you? Shame! Nacho corn nuts greater than barbecue? No, dude, barbecue fucking slaps. Where's the crazy Indian guy? He was funny. I had to take my son to the ER once to get a corn nut extracted from his nose. What the fuck? Thank you, Data. I want to see SDC pop here. Oh, that looks familiar. Interessante. All right, I'm loading the boat on Smile Direct Club. Who do you go through to buy options? 5K in 15 minutes was crazy. Weeble. Oh yeah, Dana, that was the other video I wanted to have made. It was chat, what day was that? Where I did the Tesla trade. Dana, it was from the 10th. Yeah, it was this one. January 10th. Yo, SDC better go wild. What are those Doge-like candles that usually signify trend reversal on the Heiken candle? I call them the incline whipsaw. There's a lot of colorful names that we've all come up with. Oh, that's crazy. Here's fractal pressure doing its job. Wild. 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 It sucks that I've had to be so hush-hush about this. The only problem I'm running into is figuring out where to set the baseline. It tracks movement to the T, but whenever a fractal switches between time frames, I'm trying to figure out when to detect that. So right now it's building the 5-minute. And you can see the divergence here. It captured the movement here, but the baseline was wrong. Does that make sense? But now the baseline is correct. It was wrong here, but now it's on track. Does that make sense? Tracked it here. Yeah. Astro, do you smoke weed? No? Yo, Robbie, thank you, man. I gotcha. Lucid is starting to move, it looks like. Yeah, there's Lucid. Come on, SDC. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Do I play EFT? No, I don't. I want to. I watch Summit play it all the time. Dude, I fucking love Summit. Summit's the GOAT. We might play Tezzy real quick. What's Tesla doing? Oh yeah, we're playing Tezzy. Oh yeah, we're playing Tezzy. Oh yeah, we're playing Tezzy. We're getting puts, baby. We're getting puts, baby. What's Spy doing? Yep. What? Oh, Weeble, you fuck. Never mind, I can't play Tezzy. This is so fucking stupid. Oh. Oh. Bro. What the fuck? I can't open options after 2. God damn it. Fuck! Oh, that is so fucked up. That is so fucked up. They're not letting you get in the way of Max Payne. What the fuck? No, it's not a money settlement just because it's Friday at 2 o'clock. god, that is so fucked. That is so fucked. Oh, no, it's like $1,000 right there. That would have been $1,000 move. Your space call died. It's all right. I might do another one later tonight. Goose, you can start one. I'm doing this. Dude, that is so fucked up. That was $1,000 move right there. That was $1,000 move. I called it here and it dropped. Fuck. Isn't there any other broker for puts? I think it's a market thing. I think they intentionally have it set up so you can't do that. I know Robinhood does it after 3. No, they close them at 3. That is so fucked. I bet you didn't have getting fucked by Weeble on your Friday bingo. No, I did not. No, I did not. I got you, Goosey. Vape products you can buy? What do you mean? Just people close. Yeah. No, it's ridiculous though that you can't open them going into the end of the day. 2 o'clock. That is so fucked up. How is this legal? Bro, I love the Twitch emotes. I wish everybody watched on Twitch. Like the better Twitch TV emotes are fucking killer. The emote culture on Twitch is so far superior to YouTube. Ashton, did you ever hang clock? Be honest. And just for that question, shame. 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 How dare you ask? How dare you ask? Ashton, did you ever hang clock? Be honest. Rally's up 10%. Yep, Rally's doing the thing. I'm grabbing a drink. Shkreli! This market can suck my cock and balls. I'm going to play Halo. Sell AMC and buy GME? Shut the fuck up and get out of my chat, you fucking idiot. Josh AMC, dead cat. You're hilarious. And he takes on SOS. I've got 1,000 shares of it. Professor Astro, you rather I sub here than YouTube? Hey, you do whatever you want to do, man. Ban Brandon? No. No. I'd rather people know he's an idiot than to have him barred off so people don't know he's an idiot. It's better to let him dig his own grave. How is Brandon not banned yet? Because I believe in natural selection, and I think that letting him pursue his own actions and perform those to those around him does a better job than me banning him. His stocks only go up. Perma bull market. Yep. Wrote up a little post /DD about SOS. Oh shit. Yeah. I've got 1,000 shares of the thing. I don't think it's going anywhere. They're not going to get delisted. I like what they do. I just bought $1,000 in leaps on it. I like it.
How much, bitch? How much you donate?
I dig it. Yeah, and they're buying back 4 million shares. Wow. Hey, K5, my man. Lucid looking to do something here. Amy could pop going into close. Same thing with Jimbo. Microsoft looking to do something. Come on, SDC. Come on. Come on. Come on! All right, chat. I'm gonna head out. Fuck. Probably gonna take a nap. But yeah, I fucking love you guys. It's been a fun stream. Have a good weekend. Don't do anything too stupid. I know I will be. If you need a ride home because you don't feel safe or you don't have a ride with a sober driver, please send me a DM on Twitter. I will happily send you some funds via Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. But yeah, have a good fucking time. I'll see you fuckers Monday.